Swig a beer for the working man. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Long Hop Cricket Podcast with me, Owen. Alongside me, as usual, is Dave. And today we are going to be going over the disappointing England game and the ICC trophy. And we'll also be smashing out the comments and we'll be carrying on with our fantasy league.
You're certainly in chipper mood for an England lot.
A bit swig a beer helps.
Yeah. You've just been off playing golf. You celebrating?
Celebrating a win. Thank you very much.
How did you get on? What time were you playing till?
It was nice. We started at British summer. That's what I'm about. Started at 7.
Yeah.
9 holes. Perfect. Finished. We could have carried on.
And how did you get on?
We're playing a funny format. It was me and 3 of my friends.
Right.
Playing. There's 2 of you, so in pairs. You take your score, combined score for a hole. So if me and you got 5 and 5, we'd have 10.
Oh, okay, so
someone else got 5 and 6, they'd have 11. We win the hole.
Right.
1-0.
Yeah. So it's okay. And
we won 4-0.
how are you anyway? You all right? We don't
You
ask
good?
each other how we
No, I know.
I quite like doing that. How are you?
I'm really well. How are
Yeah,
you?
Good. Tell you what, I saw something a bit weird today.
Go on.
So I was off getting my Subway sandwich.
Nice.
And I walked out of Subway, and I was walking down the road, and I can just hear screaming,
Oh no.
or like shouting, and these 2 men are running up the street, but not running in like an aggressive way, or like they're running.
You weren't worried they were coming for you?
No, that's all my sandwich. They weren't like fleeing the crime, but next thing I know,
Were you ready to give it to them or ready to fight?
well, I was ready to eat it in one, so that wouldn't be.
See if they could take it then. Right, go on.
And then this woman is running up the road, being like, "Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you?" Screaming it to these 2 guys.
Right.
And I'm like, this is weird. And then I'm looking at her, and she's got blood trickling down her face. And do you know what went straight to my mind? Breaking Bad, cash machine woman.
But she didn't look like that, did she?
Well, she didn't look as dirty, but like, it was just.
Just because she had blood in her face?
Well, it was trickling down from her nose, and you don't every day see that, do you?
Car crash or something?
Well, no, I think the guys. I think if I was, to put my
You've got no idea, have you?
investigate.
It's going to be a wild guess.
I don't,
What if they're listening?
well, I hope everything's all right.
Leave a comment.
I
Let us know what
didn't want to sit around because it looked like you'd throw a cash machine on my head. But, yeah, it was sad. You don't see that every day, do you?
Well, no, I'm still not really sure what you saw.
I think maybe she'd been in a fight with somebody, and
Wanted to tell them about it?
these 2 lads that were
coming
going
to
away
her
from
help.
her. No, were running away from her, and whether they had been involved in the fight somehow. But she was running, and it wasn't like
Were they
mugged
stressed
her
out?
or anything. They were, because she was going, "Can I talk to you? Can I talk? Let me just talk to you." And they were going, "No." And then they crossed the road, and I was like,
Oh, there you go.
"What?
Bit of entertainment with your Subway. No? Tell you what, I apologise if I get some stats wrong or something reading from my scorecard. My eyes aren't working today. I've got such bad hay fever. My eyes look like I've had 6 rounds with Tyson, or someone's eye poked me several times.
Well, just because your eyes aren't working, let's go straight into our fantasy league. The game's bullshit. Who cares about that fucking game?
Well, let's get through the game quickly then. We're doing fantasy league first or the game first?
Yeah, it's a nice little sandwich, isn't it? We'll do comments last.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We'll have the good stuff and then the shit stuff and then the good stuff again.
Right, I've neglected this. Let's just face up. I've neglected it. It's gone badly.
I'm on it at the moment.
I'm going to do it now. I'm going to sort it out.
Tell me. Can you tell us what the league? Oh, I found the league. Sorry, my eyes aren't working too. Right, there's 5 of us still. Thanks for everyone else that got involved.
44 of you. Cheers.
I have shortened the distance between me.
Thanks for getting
Me and Quint. Quint is still at the top.
Am I still at the bottom?
Yeah. We're still 3,100 points. Now Dave's Donuts, 2,825. 2 games left, 300 points to overhaul.
That's all right. You can do that.
I'm
Although
hoping.
it's getting less and less likely you're going to have a terrible pick, isn't it?
It's getting less and less likely we'll have differentiation
Yeah,
with our
exactly.
team.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
technically, Quint, don't do this, but if you wanted to, just choose the same team as I do next for the final, and you can't lose, can you?
No, you can't do that.
No, don't do that, Quinty. Richmond Super Kings, Danny Edwards, you're falling behind, mate. You know, you got involved nice and early on with all of us, but I am taking... You're 500 points away from me, and there's not a chance.
I'll tell you what, mate. I think it's all up for grabs. How far off am I?
Well,
don't laugh. What points am I?
Jack Peters comes in with 1,500 afterwards. So he's...
That's terrible. I've got less than that.
He's 1,500 points behind. He can't get... I don't think he's going to have to catch Danny Edwards up either, who's almost...
Can I catch Petey Pete's?
Well, if you start actually playing this game,
right,
maybe.
Okay.
You're 400 points behind Peters.
That's all right. I can make that.
With 1,164.
Is he neglecting it, or is he picking teams? Surely he's neglecting.
I'm presuming he's neglecting it, but he might have. Shall I see if he's picked his semi-finals teams?
Because if he has, he's not neglecting it.
He's still got Quinton de Kock and Rabada in his team, but he's got. So I'm presuming he has neglected it, though he has got He's got quite a lot of England and Indian players in there. So you got a chance if you just get these two games sorted.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm coming for you, Quint. I think it's just a 2-horse race now.
Yeah, I think you're the two people that have taken it seriously.
Go on then. Why haven't you?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about it. The other thing is, to be honest, well, no excuses. I've neglected it. It's just poor. And I'll accept the wooden spoon if that's the case. I think I can make up that many points. If there's players in his team that don't play the final and he leaves it, so he's got like one player or something.
But you get unlimited transfers for the final.
Yeah, but I mean, if he just completely neglects it and leaves it completely, and I sort my team, I've got to make up 500 points, haven't I?
Fingers crossed then, eh?
I don't think it's fingers crossed. I think it's guaranteed if I sort my team out.
Nice one. Anyway,
I'll hop 3 places.
Let's move on to England being ultimately thrashed by Pakistan.
Yeah, I know.
What do you make of it? What can you sum it up with?
It was interesting, actually, that they did what we said we hope they didn't.
What's that?
Bairstow opening the batting.
Yeah.
Worked all right. One day he's become so close to 2020 that now batting order nearly doesn't matter.
Yeah,
all the
specialist positions
are so smudged, it nearly doesn't matter where you put who.
The strange thing is that we've always talked about finishers, and the top 6 or 7 could all be finishers. And they could probably all open at the same time.
I think people have got going, haven't they?
Yeah.
Or the people who should have.
So
haven't even got enough for it to mount to any kind of a defendable total.
So the only changes we have is Johnny Bairstow comes in. Like you said, we're probably we're under par with the batting here, our performance-wise, not our selection. Johnny Bairstow in for Roy. What do you reckon?
Joe, I'm going to have to do the fantasy league later. I can't remember my login or anything. Sorry.
What do you reckon about Johnny Bairstow in for Roy then?
I think you had to get rid of Roy, didn't you? I think you had to, and it's proven to be all right because.
Thing is, though, it's that
you think Roy's going to do better than 43.
I think Roy is a player that I think
if it was, I'll tell you this.
Does he come right? Okay, so sorry. For the next ODIs,
he goes back in.
Does he go back in?
Yeah, I think it's because it was a tournament, and they needed instant.
Okay,
we need someone to just change it and see if it works.
Johnny Bairstow must feel hard done by though, right? Because I
don't know how he doesn't get in the team.
Every time he plays for England, he puts the England cap on. No matter what format, he just does brilliantly.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is Butler's position under jeopardy then? Because those two are similar players, and he hasn't had the best 2017.
How much difference is there in Wickian? As in game changing, it's not that big.
Well, Butler missed the stumping today. Not that would have changed the game.
That's what I'm saying. Butler's not the best wicket keeper there's ever been.
No, exactly.
And there is a difference. Butler is better, but not.
It's so difficult to say.
But Butler's so good.
I'm kind of swaying towards sticking Roy back in there. And sorry, Johnny, you're back on the side.
Can Bairstow win you a game?
Yes,
because Butler can.
Yeah,
Butler can take one away. Butler can change one from losing it to winning it.
I think Butler is probably got that firepower that can do it in a matter of 3 or 4 overs. Yeah, he can change a game.
I think Bairstow can save
not so
one.
much. Yeah, definitely.
But I think Butler can actually swing it back in your favour.
So I think Roy is the only weakling.
That's crazy that Bairstow can't get in this team.
I know it's.
I don't know if there's another batting lineup that he wouldn't get in.
I don't think there is
because he's so good.
I think he'd find himself into all international batting lineups. And Thing is, though, he would have found himself into any ODI team, England ODI team, bar this one.
I know, yeah.
and he would be one of the most successful players in that ODI team of past teams.
I don't think he'd do that bad if you replace someone out of that. It's just everyone's got something else.
So Pakistan win the toss, choose the field, which everybody was saying that's a bad idea because this is a used pitch. It's only going to get worse. The best way to bat on it is bat on it first. But Pakistan are probably the only team, maybe slight exception for Bolt, who've been able to get any movement.
Yeah. And I think now chasing is such a priority for teams. I think they much prefer it.
Though there was no Amir today, he's injured. Didn't know that when I picked him for my fantasy team, but never mind. So comes off as Bairstow 43, Root 46, and a 34 from Stokes, a 33 from Morgan. England were looking good at 128 for 2 off 26 overs.
Well, you look at the top 5.
They couldn't even double that.
Top 5, and there's one failure. The others have all got going.
Yeah.
But it's still like there's 40-40, 30-30. It's not good enough.
It's just not kicking
What you
on,
needed is everyone in the team to be going 30s. Like we needed Butler to do it, Moen to do it, Rashid to do it, and Plunkett to slog a 20 or something.
Well, the problem is that
and then you'd have a go at defending it.
Our lower middle to lower order, who normally provide a fantastic run scoring, it's
a collapse, isn't it? Really.
Thing is, though, when you say collapse, you normally feel like collapse is like one after another. But
I know.
Some of the guys are out there for
it's a
overs
prolonged collapse.
It was so slow. It was. Pakistan somehow found this way of rolling their fingers across the ball and bowling cutters, and they just stuck in the pitch, and England weren't able to score off it. Now, I've got a few problems with the way England went about it, and that was this idea that I don't want to blame this on Stokes. It's not Stokes' fault, but with his batting, he's played there 34 off 64.
Right.
And England have this mentality of we'd rather get out for 180 than come up.
Yeah.
So come up and bat the overs and not do it. They almost batted the overs. Stokes could have got 3 and it would have made a difference today. But he could have got 63 and it might have made it. It could have helped. Same with a few of the other players.
What do you want him to do?
Just not lose.
No, but like he's got 34 off 64.
Yeah, it's a very. He's found it really difficult to bat.
Right, he's in a dodgy situation.
I don't know if even if he was batting for how the team were in the position they were, I just don't think he could find the middle of the bat.
But what
So
saying he batted badly, or the way he batted wasn't good?
Maybe his mentality towards the bat. I don't want to blame it on him because I feel like
what do you want different apart from obviously you want him to score more, but it's the run rate he's going at.
I think so, because 34 off 64 that's not going to change the game at all.
No, I know, but
not in the positive.
But he's giving himself a chance that he could set a base. Maybe he gets 50 off 110 balls, and then goes on gets 100.
But he was never
changes the game.
He was batting slowly in the 45th over. He was never going to push that on and be able to face the balls to get himself in. Do you know what I mean? Or to get himself, if you'd like to say that, 100 balls for 50 or 60 and comfortable. I just think England finding themselves at 120 odd for 2 in 25 overs, they can't even double that.
Yeah,
and they're 2 wickets down, and it's just this really boring, long kind
of
drawn
out.
Is
it bad batting or good bowling?
It's very, very good bowling.
Yeah,
and I just feel like England was slightly. They didn't move with the. It's cheesy, isn't it? Move with the times, if you like. They didn't move. They didn't
adapt to the game.
They had one plan, and then
Then
they had another plan, but then that other plan was a
bad one.
They were what? Let's say 140 for 3 off 31 overs. They needed, they couldn't push on. Maybe because they were losing wickets. Probably one of the reasons. But I just feel like they became really stuttered and kind of stopped in their tracks.
Is Amir not playing?
No, I just said he was injured.
Yeah, oh shit! Right.
And Pakistan bowled really well, but Pakistan shouldn't be out bowling England.
No.
Pakistani bowlers are very good bowlers.
They're the best team in the world.
They shouldn't be they shouldn't travel well. They shouldn't be beating England in Cardiff. I know the wicket was a bit, maybe more like a UAE pitch or a pitch maybe a bit slightly slower, maybe too pace.
In England, I think one-day international pitches are becoming so predictable. I don't
but
even think
this one wasn't. That's why England, I think, struggled because they didn't have this a pacey pitch that they could score runs on. Pakistanis found a brilliant way to stop the runs. That's by changing their pace up, changing their bowlers up. They had left-handers, right-handers coming round, leg spin, off spin. They had it all, and England just
Do you think this
knocked
gives
it about.
Pakistan the confidence to think we could win this?
Well, I think you have to be in a semi-final if you're Pakistan. I think you have to be confident that you can. They're semi-finals, and that you can win. You can win any game. Do you know what I mean? If you turn up, you can win. Just like Bangladesh can win tomorrow. They probably won't, but they can, can't they?
Come on, Bango.
Like Pakistan can beat India in the final. They can do that.
What are you talking about?
Or Bangladesh in the final.
Yeah, thank you.
But disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing.
Though I don't want to take anything away from the really brilliant bowling from Pakistan. Not a bowler going over 5. Bowlers picking up 2 wickets, 3 wickets. And they're picking up in the most stuttering way to stop England from progressing. When you lose a wicket, and we've said it a couple of times in this tournament, when you lose a wicket and it just kills your momentum.
Yeah.
Pakistan were able to do that.
Well,
and whether that was because of England throwing them away, I think Moeen Ali, I think Johnny Bairstow playing the hook shot. When you play the hook shot and you just find the man out in deep square leg, that is so infuriating.
Well, it's so blatantly obvious, isn't it?
It's like you've just been succumbed to that. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not up around your eyes, around your nose. It's not going to lid you. It's slow. Come on, you can play it properly.
I think their batting is quite impressive.
Pakistan's batting? Yeah. Their batting lineup, or
no, the way they batted.
Oh.
That's Shinka.
That's the dog.
Come
on. Well, Azhar Ali and this. Oh my lord! the dog's destroying our makeshift studio. Well, we've got new electrical tape on.
Yeah,
on this
you've
mic
got
stand.
a new mic stand.
I've just been able to repair this with just.
It looks much better.
It looks like it could be on Robot Wars now.
No, that looks good. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a much more professional job.
Yeah,
but they
3 or 4 the 4 batsmen all get in, and they all.
Yeah, and it's just like none of them have scored particular. I mean, Mohammed Hafiz has scored quite quick, but
I think all of them have. They're
demoralising.
They're 215 off 37. They could go and get 350 there.
But it just makes England look like you've got no chance.
Well, England have been thrashed. There's no doubt about it.
That's a thrashing.
England have been just dominated from start to finish. I think Pakistan bowled so well, and bowled the dog's taking a bit of a pampering from Owen. Oh.
Right.
How this podcast goes.
No, we're okay. Keep going. Okay, should we move on? Because
no, let's talk about one bowler, and that's Ben Stokes. 36 off his 3. And I'm sorry, Ben Stokes, but what the fuck are you playing at? You cannot bowl outside off, wide outside off, short. Slow. You can't do it. Stop doing that. You can't do it.
I think that out of all the England bowlers, batsmen love the look of Ben Stokes the most out of any bowler.
Because
he's the one they go for.
He can take wickets, but he's expensive. He can take wickets, but he is expensive. Stop. The way that he was.
Shit. Sorry, but this dog is mental. Go on.
Right. We're really
no, sorry, but I can't help your dog being slightly crazy.
Dog's dribbled all over this cushion. Oh, this is better than watching the dribble we had to watch fucking earlier.
Right.
Plunkett bowled like a man fucking back to his old self. Wood bowled well. Wood did bowl well, and he was fast, and he lidded the opener, Nizam, and he lidded him. It looked good. Rashid bowled all right, nothing special. Moeen bowled very little, 2
Can't
overs.
really judge him on 2 overs, can you?
Stoke, I don't mind ball, but I can't wait for him to get out the side. Wokes.
Put Bairstow in there. Oh, Woke, damn.
Wokes would have made a difference. Wokes wouldn't have crumbled with the batting. Wokes would have gone and made
Yeah,
a
I think
50.
so.
He would have saved England today and then bowled him out. Yeah.
Little cheeky 50 and then taking a 5 for man of the match, possibly man of the tournament.
Put Wokes into that team and that batting lineup looks 10 times better. I'm not even joking. Wokes is so good.
Do you remember when we were making the argument that Wokes was better than Stokes as an all-rounder?
Yeah. Wokes is a walking god. And the dog agrees. And I just think the bowling. One final point: the bowling. We've been outclassed with the ball in English conditions. That's
bad.
It's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
It is really embarrassing.
Okay, so we've lost this game. Who are you picking now to win it?
I think I'm going to pick India to go on and win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to pick Bangladesh. They're my dark horses. If they win tomorrow, Bangladesh will win it.
Well, we're going to play one more game, haven't we?
Yeah, but I mean, even in a one-off game against Pakistan, you're always going to pick Pakistan, aren't you? They're going to have so much confidence if they manage to win.
The dog's never been this naughty before.
No, I know. I don't know why she's kicking off, but
maybe upset with the result, like the rest of us.
Well, she's annoyed.
There was something I wanted to end upon. I just wanted to ask you: is this a blip? Did England play so badly that? Well, did England lose it or did Pakistan win it? Or is this just a blip?
I think but England had one before it started, didn't we?
Yeah. No.
I think we just have them every now and then.
Do you think So you think it's a blip?
Yeah.
Which I think I'm with you. But do you think Pakistan won it? Or
yes.
did England throw it away?
I don't think England threw it away. I think they found it really hard to bat. And probably, like you said, probably aren't used to the pitch not being an absolute belter.
Rob Key, at half-time, his words were, well, I think England are still favourites.
Oh, really?
It's like this pitch...
With that total?
Will only get worse. Will only get slower and England will be able to bowl on it.
Just too optimistic.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a lie.
All right, should we move on to comments?
Let's do it.
Got a few.
Go on.
Might take me a while to read these bad boys out.
We got some questions or mostly...
We've got added inputs on some of our topics we've done. So Furzy09, I believe this is the first time Furzy's ever come.
New one.
Welcome. This is for the why are people not watching cricket and changing rules and
debate.
All of that. So he's brought in some new rules.
Oh, he thinks there should be... He's made up his own rules.
He's
adding
formats, if you like.
Okay.
So reduce ODIs to the minimum.
What does he mean? Reduce ODIs to the minimum.
I think it might come on later. So later in the comment. Let me continue reading.
Keep going.
4-day test matches starting on a Thursday. So we already start on a Thursday, didn't we? Yeah. But put it to 4 days.
My thoughts on that.
Well, I'm for 4 days, you're not. But then this is something I'm really not for.
Okay.
90 overs max per team.
Sorry.
So it's limited overs.
In a test match?
So you limit the overs of your test match, yeah.
So you can only bat for 90 overs and then that's the end of your innings and the next team goes.
You have to declare, yeah.
Isn't that just a completely different format altogether?
Well,
it might be an interesting game.
It's limiting overs,
but it's like a 2 innings, long-term 2 innings, 1 dayer. Do you know what I mean? It's not a test match.
So if you were to limit...
That takes so much out of what a test match is.
Okay, let's just go with Furzy's ideas here.
You're not allowed to declare. If you want to get all out, you have to leave it.
Right, so 90 overs per team. Comes to the final innings.
Right.
And your team bats out the 90 overs and a result has been made. Would it be a good idea to then bring in winning draws and losing draws?
No, don't start that.
I'm not a fan for...
Because that would be so stupid then. Because then the test match series that don't matter become even more stupid then, don't they?
He says that there should be a 5th day spillover for any lost time due to rain. And
does he want 4 days or does he want 5 days?
Well, he's saying that it should go 4 days, but if there's rain, it goes to 5.
Okay, why don't we just play 5?
Well,
Let's just play 5.
Because
it was usually affected by rain, so...
Well, not in a lot of places in the world.
In England?
Yeah, but in a lot of places in the world, it's not.
I'm worried about England.
Thursday is effectively saying that limited to 90 overs per team, you'll have faster run rates, quicker games, quicker results, and the 5th day is literally just for rain affected. Not to force a result, it's just for overs that have been taken out of the game due to overhead conditions.
Well, interesting idea.
So it goes on to his ODI stuff. So maybe this is reducing his ODIs to the minimum. ODIs, 40 over per innings.
Right.
Your Pro 40 format we've seen in county cricket. 2 innings of 20. You start your first 20, and then you allow for a break, a half time if you like, which allows for commercials,
teas, some sandwiches,
analytics,
chocolate cake,
and
flapjack,
a snack. But it's almost like a half time, isn't it?
Yeah.
In football. Not the biggest fan.
I mean, they're all really interesting ideas and not something I'd have thought of, but I can't say that I think any of them are better than what we have, to be honest.
At first, he also wants to reduce the impact of the toss. Though he hasn't.
How?
I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with those 40 over per innings and 2 of 20. Anyway, thank you, Furzy. Some interesting ideas there.
Ideas.
Something we hadn't thought about.
Yeah,
the idea of limiting test match overs either.
That's
certainly is interesting.
I think you take quite a lot out of a test match if you limit the overs.
Let's just say, here's one for you. I've said I want 4-day test matches.
Yeah.
But let's say if you do take Furzy's idea of a 5th day.
Yeah.
Or
just having it in case you...
Just for rain. Would you be up for that if you had 4-day test matches, but a spillover day for rain-affected games?
So I have to have 4-day test matches?
No. Would you be more inclined to be up for 4-day test matches if there was a 5th day, which is just for spillover of rain-affected games?
Would I prefer that to 5-day test matches?
Yeah.
No.
Right. Leave it there then. Jack Peters, this was a month ago. We haven't read comments in a while. Bairstow can open.
Yeah.
This must be talked about.
Yeah.
Bairstow not been able to. He made 172 opening last week for Yorkshire in a 1-day game.
I don't think we said we were against it.
No,
we said we hoped that he wouldn't.
I think I am or was against it. I think I definitely were. Yeah. I just think
it's not right, but
it's difficult. They can fight that out.
It feels like you're trying to squeeze him in the team. That's what it feels like.
Right. So this was the same episode versus England versus Ireland, where I must have criticised Rashid.
Right. That's a surprise.
And Jack Peters is a Rashid fan, isn't he? He's come out us a few times.
Actually.
Joe Root bowled before Adil Rashid, as there were 2 left-handers at the crease, and if he came on before Joe Root, he would have been bowling to the short boundary. So the right arm offie bowling to the left-hander,
spinning it away.
It's kind of the Graham Swan trick, isn't it?
That one's just classic.
Yeah. And we saw Graham Swan use that technique.
Okay.
One going straight and the other one spinning. We're seeing that so much now. I was listening to commentary for a game. Shane Warne came on and said, there's left-handers at the crease. Why are they bringing on the part-timer just because it's a left-hander? Bowl your premium spinner.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say, I don't understand why that's an argument.
Your
spinner's your spinner.
Joe Root did take wickets. He took quite a few in that.
So if our proper spinner was a right arm off spinner, and we had a right-hander at the crease and we had a part-time left-hand off spinner, you're not bringing him on because there's a right-hander at the crease,
I know this is taking it to the extreme, but imagine 2005, Michael Clarke comes on before Shane Warne.
I know, exactly. I think it's just some weird thing because left-handed batsmen are rare. So we have to change it because left-handed batsmen are different.
There's this idea that the right armer can just...
And we know the off-spin is good, but if the spinner's crap, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think...
bowling to a short boundary.
You really don't like that idea, do you?
But you can bowl... It's right to bowl a leg spinner and have the longer boundary on the leg side.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But in international cricket, you've got to be good enough to back yourself bowling to whichever end you want. Right. Come on.
That's fair enough. Right. That was Jack Peters again. So, Amol Gupta. Another great video, guys. This was our favourite cricket memories or moments. What is your favourite thing about cricket? Your favourite thing ever?
Playing it.
My favourite thing ever? Honestly, it is the commentary. It's listening to the commentary.
Playing it in a really, really tight game when it gets really close. It's the best. It's the best game. Definitely.
I adore just being at home, not necessarily having the television on watching it, but just listening to it on the radio. I think that's my favourite part of cricket. Also, what aspects of other sports would you like to see in cricket? Now, I think Amol meant, what aspects of WWE would you like to see in cricket? Now, I would like to see...
Money in the Bank.
Yep.
England just bring that out now. But like, no, we're in the final.
I would also like to see like theme music, like when someone comes on to bowl.
This is
so Ben Stokes comes on to bowl, and you get that John Cena.
Boom.
So anyway, is there anything you'd like to see from other sports?
No. I tell you what I'd like is other sports to get out of our sport. That's what I would like. They're creeping in too much. I'd like to get rid of them. It's trying too hard to be like other sports. I like it because it's cricket. I don't want it to be.
I'd like to see the umpires. When Stone Cold used to go on the ring and go up to the top turnbuckle and do the fingers. I'd like to see the umpires do that.
Do a Triple H, like just spit all the water in the air.
Seriously, anything from football I'd like to see. I don't think there is.
No, come on.
I see any other sport I would probably watch.
No, I like it.
It'd be interesting, Amol, if you think
it's going closer towards trying to adopt what other sports do.
Yeah,
but I don't think it should.
So we got a new commenter, Suhab Aslam. Amla just whacked 2 centuries in the IPL. Lol.
Yeah, I know. That was on me saying I didn't like him. Not that I don't like him.
You said that he was spent force, I think, along those lines. You said he was out of form.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, obviously that's a mistake. But
we all make them, don't
we?
I
think I would still prefer Quinton. I think that was the argument.
I think, though I do think...
I think I was talking about him being out of form. I think he did go through a bad patch, but obviously that was a while ago.
And he made 100 in the first game, didn't he? For the first South African game.
Did he, in the ICC? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's why I'm at the bottom of the table.
Though I do think he scored slightly more... I think he has scored more runs than... Yeah, he definitely scored more runs than Quinton this tournament. Though South Africa haven't had the best of tournaments. We'll move on.
AB's let me know.
Yeah, so he got first baller, didn't he?
First baller, and then he got like 3.
I think the game after I put Coley as my captain, and he got out for a duck as well.
That's win-win for you, then.
Ed has come back and said, "Are you sponsored now?"
Oh, that's a great comment. I'm a massive fan of that.
Shall I tell you why he thinks that?
Go on.
Because this was the episode where...
Not my beer popping, was it?
No, this was the
advertising some beer.
Episode where all technology just went to tits up, didn't it? Remember when the computer broke and we had to use a different computer?
Oh, right, I see.
And I was using a really old computer and I had to download a software off the internet that allowed me to change video type files. Boring.
Right.
But I had to download like a cheap or a free version that put their sponsors.
Didn't have an intro in it, did it, with a sponsor?
No, but it put it's put their over up where it says Long Hot Cricket Podcast on our thumbnails. Put their name on there, like something share.com. So maybe Ed's
That's
thought...
got nothing to do with us.
Ed's thought, we've got a sponsor. We haven't. It is just because I like to use some crappy...
Can we pretend that he just thinks we're really good?
What sponsor would you like if you...
It's got to be a cricket. What do you mean? It's got to be a cricket sponsor.
What about that one that sends food to your house? What's it called? Blue
Banana. That's just in America, to be honest.
It's just like, yeah, and what do they say? You can have the... It's the ingredients is already weighed up and everything for you. Yeah.
No, I don't want Blue Apron.
Blue Apron, that's it, Blue Apron, yeah.
I don't want Blue Apron. I don't want...
Uber?
Drive when you want to drive. Earn all the money in the world.
To be fair, we should be getting paid for this. We're giving them call-outs now.
Yeah, that's true. Adidas would be nice. Send me through some trackies.
Trackies?
I'd just live in Adidas. Or...
McDonald's.
Jaguar would be nice. They sponsor England team, don't they? Go give them all cars.
Good shout.
Yeah, and we're close to the England team now. 49 subscribers.
Yeah. Or just like Worcester County Cricket Club. That'd be right.
Yeah. Get us in. Someone
give them a call, tell them about games and Worcester Rapids.
I don't know if they're called the Rapids anymore. I don't know.
Were they ever called the Rapids?
Oh, well, it just shows how much we...
Right, okay.
Anyway, Danny Edwards, brand new to the podcast. Got involved in the Fantasy League. Well done. Danny Edwards, top stuff, guys.
Thanks. That's good. That's
That's nice.
nice.
That's
I like
just
that
nice.
someone would take the time.
What episode was
to
that?
say
That was England versus Bangladesh. So the first.
right.
Now, Danny Edwards comes back again. Like the podcast, but these teams are shite. Talking about our fantasy IPL draft. That's funny, that is.
Oh, well, I think he's probably talking about yours, to be honest.
Well.
Because you were picking people that were banned. You probably picked, like, if you were picking wrestlers, you'd have picked China. She's dead.
Owen.
you were just picking people who were just completely ineligible.
But it's interesting that Danny Edwards has come, he's put his money where his mouth is.
He's a fan, so.
But I am beating you in the current fantasy league we have, the proper one we've ever set up.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't give you an option to pick banned people there, though, does it?
Well, you've picked injured players in yours. I am winning at that one, and, nice to see you come along.
You're taking this so seriously. You're so up for winning this.
Right, I think this is a new commenter. Offence is always taken, never given. That's an interesting name.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Sorry, I thought it was his comment. I was like, what have we said?
Anyway, he's come on and said, I'm halfway through the podcast. This is the biggest knobhead in World Cricket podcast. And no mention of Aussie players. The problem with Australian players is name the one that hasn't been a knobhead. And that's from someone that lives in Australia. Lol. Lol, my bad. 2 seconds later, you talk about Aussies. The last good Aussie was the Don. Tell you the last good Aussie was Hussey.
Yeah.
Mike Hussey. Oh, he was a nice
Mr.
guy.
Cricket.
Yeah.
He was nice, wasn't he?
Just nice.
Yeah.
Most of your team were just full of.
I think, like he says, really, we could have just done a whole podcast on Australia.
I think it's just in the Australian DNA in sports.
But they want to win.
Yeah.
More than anyone else. Apart from Kohli, he could be Australian.
He could be, couldn't he?
Couldn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's that attitude.
Could Ben Stokes be Australian?
Yes.
Kevin Peterson should have been Australian.
He's South African. But he's well nasty for a South African.
Yeah.
I like all the South Africans. I like
I think it's moody South Africans.
Think how nice Jonathan Trott is.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. And Matt Pryor.
But what about Andre Nell?
I don't know. I can't comment. I'll tell you what I was thinking about. Completely off subject. Well, not off subject. It's about cricket. But who is the guy they described? Was it a South African spinner who they described as a frog in a blender?
I can't remember that. No,
you can't.
No,
right.
I
comment, please.
Yeah, find it.
If you can. Someone was just a bowler. I think it was a South African spinner. His action was described as a frog in a blender. I remember seeing a picture of it and thinking it's a very good description, but I can't remember his name.
Offence is always taken, never given. Can we find out your real name, just so it's easier for me to read out the comments?
I'm just very glad that's not a comment.
It's come back again, and this was also the biggest knobhead about. Or the same podcast episode. The one that was also said about English batsmen, this is obviously sledging, was what do you call an English batsman with sunscreen on? Optimistic.
Nice.
Or
not a very good sledge, but
what do English batsmen and drug addicts have in common?
English batsmen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Both spend all day wondering when they'll get their next score.
Right.
Lol, this was back in the 90s. Yeah.
Not a very good day for sledging.
And also, who holds the Ashes currently? He's back again. Offensive is back again.
Your Honour?
I think Darren Gough was underrated. Well, fair shout.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And come back and said we all like Head. Obviously, this was England versus Australia when Head made that 50. We all like Head. What do you reckon? Do we?
I think he's very good. Yeah.
Very clever. Jack Peters is back. Glenn Maxwell is really good.
When he gets it, when he gets in, but he just doesn't get in, does he? I mean, I'm very good.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't know if Glenn Maxwell has had a good IPL, but I'm tired of.
Yeah, so you're gonna get ripped apart in the comments here. Be careful, mate.
I'm tired of people thinking that players are good because they do well in the IPL.
Go on. Well, that shouldn't count. Well, to be
it
fair,
shouldn't count as a tournament. It's horrible.
It's
That's
so
why we didn't
on its own. The conditions, Indian conditions, are just weird. It's 2020, which is weird, and you can do stuff in 2020 which doesn't cross over to any other format and do well. Do you know what I mean?
I think Glenn Maxwell is a very good player. I just don't think he's playing very well he certainly didn't play as well as he can do. I think he is a T20 player rather than anything longer. And yet he hasn't shown himself in this tournament. But I think very good fielder, a destructive batsman. He can be bowl slightly, but we'll see him play better, no doubt. Definitely. I just don't think he's at the top of his game anyway. Are you having a laugh? Plunkett better than Stark?
I think it's probably me.
I said Stark would find it difficult to get in the England team because the England players were in form, like Plunkett. I think you said you'd rather have Plunkett than Stark.
Yes, I would.
In ODIs. Obviously, in ODI. In Test matches, I think he speaks for himself, doesn't he, Stark? Stark is a better player, I think.
I don't think it's like some massive... That's not like I'd rather have Rashid than Warne. Is it? It's not one of those. I don't think it's some huge...
I'd rather have Ravi Bopara than Jonathan Trott.
I think if you look at stats and stuff, then Stark is probably better.
Current form, the last year,
Stark's been doing that well.
I think.
Or you see, this is going to happen again. Someone's going to pull up. Well, what's about this 6 for 5 he got? I don't know.
I think Liam Plunkett in the last year has had one of the best years in pace ODI.
And first of all, Stark's Australian, so I'd always have Plunkett in my team. Talking about.
Though Stark is a very good bowler. I can see where Jack's coming from.
Yeah,
but.
Leave it out.
There's a reason why you're close to the bottom. Well, he's above you, so he can continue to.
Yeah, don't
chirp at you. Danny Edwards, last comment there.
Go on.
Yes, lads. Great work, with the exception of the leg side shout.
What?
Do you remember when I made that
leg side shout?
What's that? That very, very uneducated guess.
Oh yeah.
/ confusion about whether the leg stump moves.
That's so bad. I can't believe that was genuine.
It was an accident. Well,
it's not an accident.
It was a rule that I made up, and I thought that's a silly rule. Why are they doing that?
How long have you been thinking about that for?
Since
I can't believe that. How has that not been cleared up? How have you not been watching cricket and you've just gone, oh right, that was silly. Should we leave it because it's just embarrassing?
Yeah. Anyway, we're back tomorrow, which might be a different day for everybody else. We're going to do the second semi-final.
Oh, right, yeah.
India versus Bangladesh. Owen's second team still there.
Come on, Bango.
Owen's going to make some...
You haven't got a team left, have you?
No. It's certainly not going to be India. I have to choose another team. I don't really want it to be Pakistan. I'll go Bangladesh as well.
You picked India. You already said India are going to win it.
Oh, but I don't like them.
Yeah.
Right. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. Always appreciated.
We'd love to hear some more comments. We've thrown out some questions out there today. We'd love to get answers to.
Yeah, frog in a blender, please.
Frog in a blender. We obviously want to continue to go through your comments. The more we get, the better chance.
Yeah, it's always good.
Get to go through. If you're new around here, subscribe. We need one more for the big half turn, don't we? A half century.
And then we can stop it there for a good few months, and then I can meet my prediction.
Yeah, if you're new around, hit that subscribe button. Share it, do all the good stuff, and we shall speak to you in a...
People know how YouTube works, don't they know?
In a matter of hours. I hope so.
Well, you describe it. If they don't, they do know.
T's and C's.
Sorry?
Terms and conditions.
Oh, nice.
Well, we'll speak to you in about...
Yeah.
I've got work to go to, but we'll speak to you in like 3 hours.
Cheers, guys. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Come on, and more.
Oh. You know, have you not clicked the button? You meant to click the button as I'm...